so, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, sol, la, sol. So, mi, do, do, do. Do, la, do, mi, do. Do, do, la, do, mi, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Mi, do, do, la, la. La, do, do, re, mi. Mi, re, do, la, do, do. Good job reviewing that low la with me. Thank you. Now I have a challenge for you, an extra challenge, and that is I'm going to show you hand signs first. You're going to think through the pitches, see if you can sing it on your own, and then I'll sing it with you to check it out, okay? Here's the first one, looks like this. You sing now, do. Should have sounded like do, re, mi, re, do. Good. Here's the next one, looks like. Your turn now, do. Good. Should have sounded like this. Do, mi, so, so. Here's the next one, looks like this. Ready, your turn, so. Good, here's the last one, looks like. Your turn now, do. Good, it should have sounded like do, la, do, re, do. Okay, great job trying out that challenge and seeing if you could figure out what the pitches should sound like for each example. Thanks so much for joining us today for music class. I hope you enjoy your lesson. It has been a while since we've done our Sesere Eeye dance, so let's see what we remember. If you recall, it starts with a stomp, clap, both, elbow stomp, and you look really fierce when you do that, right? And then we go to the other side, stomp, clap, both, elbow and stomp. Okay, so stand up. If you're sitting down, you've got to get up and moving with me, and let's try that from the start. 1, 2, here we go. Stomp, clap, both, elbow stomp, clap, both, elbow stomp. Good job. That's the first part. Then the next part is the elbow stomp. Elbow stomp, low, up, high. Elbow stomp, arms around and tap. Great job. And that's it. Do you remember it? If not, rewind it back, practice again, and now let's try it with the music. Hold here.
Sesere,
Great job getting up and moving with me and reviewing Sesere. I love that one. It just feels good to get up and move along with the music sometimes. So thanks for doing that with me, and let's head on to the next part of our lesson.
There was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, the ladle, the ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His eyes were made of fried eggs, fried eggs, fried eggs. His eyes were made of fried eggs, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His ears were made of apricots, apricots, apricots. His ears were made of apricots, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His nose was made of carrots, carrots, carrots. His nose was made of carrots, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His mouth was made of an orange, an orange, an orange. His mouth was made of an orange, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Oh, there was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum.
Now that you've had a chance to see the story and the book of Aiken Drum and what Aiken Drum was made of, what foods he was made of, now we're going to sing a version, and you're going to help me play a steady beat to a version where we sing what his clothes are made of. So he still lives in the moon, he still played upon a ladle, but now we find out what some of his clothing was made out of. 1, 2, here we go. There was a man lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hat was made of pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie. whole wheat bread, whole wheat bread. His shoes were made of whole wheat bread, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. All right, good job keeping a steady beat and singing along with me about his clothing and what it was made of. Now you can go to Schoology, and in Schoology you have a chance to fill in the blanks for what foods would he or his clothing be made out of. So come up with some ideas. Now you're going to notice in our songs, nothing had a lot of syllables. In our clothing version that we just sang, they all had 3 sounds. Tuna fish, broccoli, pizza pie, whole wheat bread. You could totally make 2 sounds work, like chocolate. His hair was made of chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. You could totally make that work. You could make a 4-syllable food work, like watermelon, and do his smile was made of watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. His smile was made of watermelon, and his name was Aiken Drum. It does get a little tricky when you get to and his name part, but you could do 4 syllables if you want. Important part is it can't just be 1 really, and it can't be more than the 4 because that would be way too hard to fit in. So think of some 2 or 3, preferably, syllable foods that you can add as body parts or clothing parts. And then there's also an opportunity for you to sing one of your parts for me. I would love to hear you share part of your song with me. So you can pick your very favorite thing that you chose and you can sing it and record it as well for me too. All right, well, I had a lot of fun with Aiken Drum. It's a super silly song. And yes, I know in the book he looks really crazy and weird. Ooh, one more thing I just remembered. If you would like to draw me a picture of your Aiken Drum man, I would love to see what he looks like with all of his clothing or his body parts that you chose made out of food. So if you draw a picture and take a picture and email it to me, I'd love to see it because they always look hysterical. Well, thanks for joining in with Aiken Drum, and let's move on to the next part of our lesson.
To do your Aiken Drum composition, go to your assessment, click Start New Attempt, and then you're just being creative and filling in the blank. His hat was made of, and then you can just type in here whatever his hat was made of. And then you'll go to the next one and write what his shirt was made of, his pants, his shoes, and then here you'll click and you'll sing, let's say I decided his hat was made of spaghetti. So when I get here, I'm going to click record and sing, his hat was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hat was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And I can sing the verse and then stop, and then I'm done, okay? So you be creative and silly. Come up with the foods that his clothing was made of. Sing me one verse, and then you're all done, okay? Have fun with it. All right, we're back to the Carnival of the Animals by Camille Saint-Saëns. If you'll turn in your booklet to the page that says the aquarium, if you printed off your booklet, that is. If not, that's okay. You can keep writing in your Google Doc or in your notebook. The aquarium is played by the flute, the string family, and a really unique instrument called the glass harmonica. We are going to actually watch a little video about the glass harmonica so you know what it is. It was invented by Ben Franklin. How cool. All right, well, let's check out this little video about the glass harmonica so you know what you're listening for, and then we'll listen to the aquarium movement so you can listen for the peaceful and beautiful sounds of the fish gliding through bubbling water. Here is the glass harmonica. Okay, now that we've listened to the glass harmonica, let's listen to the aquarium movement and see if you can pick out and listen for that glass harmonica. All right. Well, let's discuss. What did you notice about this movement? I noticed that it was a fairly slow tempo and it was very smooth. What else did you notice? Could you hear that glass harmonica? I definitely could envision sitting in an aquarium and watching the fish swim by while I listened to this music. Some people often think the music sounds like it's from a Harry Potter movie. Sometimes they think it's a little scary sounding. I do think it's pretty peaceful though. How did it make you feel? I would say calm and relaxed. You write down what you thought. Pause it when you're ready. Go on to the next movement. Okay, personages with long ears. What does that mean? Yeah, it's a donkey. That's right. It looks like a horse, but he's got long ears, so it's a donkey. It features the sound of the donkey played, and the hee-haw is played by 2 violins. That's it, just 2 violins. Let's listen for the low to high or high to low jumping sounds to sound like a donkey's hee-haw. Okay, let's talk about what you heard, what you noticed, and how it made you feel. Did you notice the high to low jumps? I definitely did. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't very long. Anything else you noticed about it? All right, well, how did it make you feel? Kind of made me feel a little strange, right? It's kind of an odd sounding movement, but I definitely thought it sounded like donkeys going hee-haw. It kind of made me feel nervous, like they seemed nervous about something. Okay, well, you make your notes, and then we're going to go on to one more animal for today. The cuckoo in the depths of the woods is played by 2 pianos and a clarinet. The pianos play most of the music, but they get interrupted by the sound of the cuckoo that's played by the clarinet. So let's listen to the cuckoo in the depths of the woods. So what did you notice about this movement? I noticed that it was pretty slow, right? So it was kind of moderato to largo as far as its tempo went. I noticed that the clarinet really stuck out as the cuckoo, and I could really hear it sound like a cuckoo type of sound. How did it make you feel? Yeah, this one kind of just makes me feel like happy and calm. How does it make you feel? Well, you make your notes. If you need to go back and listen to anything again, feel free to do that. And I would love to see your notes if you can share them with me on a Google Doc or send them through email. I always love seeing what you thought when you heard the music.
Hey, boys and girls, I have a song for you today. It's called See the Rabbit Running. I know that in your science units, y'all have been talking about food chains and how there's predators and prey. Well, in this song, there's a predator and a prey as well. I wonder if you can figure out which one is the predator and which one is the prey. Let's see. He goes, See the rabbit running from the fox who's coming. Fox is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Which one was the predator and which one was the prey? If you are saying that the fox was the predator, you are correct. And the rabbit is the prey. And that's a pretty common predator for the rabbit. Let's see if we can get that. Here we go. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the fox who's coming. Fox is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. What was that fox doing? Do you remember? Oh, he was chasing his dinner. So he's getting thinner because he's exercising. That's important to do. So, too much exercise, not necessarily good either. Gotta find a balance. So, here we go. Let's see if we can get that song in our head. Here we go. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the fox who's coming. Fox is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Can you do that with our beat this time? 1, 2, ready and go. See the rabbit running from the fox who's coming. Fox is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Let's do it with our rhythm. Here we go. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the fox who's coming. Fox is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Very nice job. All right, now for the game today, we got to be able to say our predator on the beat. So we might change fox to a different animal that's a predator of our rabbit. So, can you name any other predators? Dogs, cats, squirrels even, hawks and owls. Those are all predators of a rabbit. They're very common. So, let's see if we can do an owl in there this time. Here we go. See the rabbit running from the owl who's coming. Owl is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Here we go. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the owl who's coming. Owl is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Let's see, what about if we put a dog in there? Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the dog who's coming. Dog is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. How did you do? How about if we add in a cat this time? Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the cat who's coming. Cat is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Very good. Let's see. We even do squirrel in there? That might be kind of tricky. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the squirrel who's coming. Squirrel is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Now, if we were out and about, do you think a wolf might be a predator of a rabbit? Maybe. Let's try it. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the wolf who's coming. Wolf is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Can you think of one more? I think snakes might be a predator as well. Let's see if we can get snake in there this time. Ready and go. See the rabbit running from the snake who's coming. Snake is getting thinner, chasing down his dinner. Very good job, boys and girls. We're going to work more with this next week. Have a great time.